All right, you guys. Hopefully everybody can hear me well. Like, share, subscribe as y'all come on in the building. We're definitely going to get right into this video as you guys pop on in, man. Honor and respect to everybody. Hopefully y'all having a great night, doing well. And yes, we're going to get right into this video and talk about this situation, you guys. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me get a mic check real quick. And we just going to go. So if you guys can hear me in the comment section, let me know. We're going to get a mic check, and we're going right into this content to let y'all know what the situation is with this woman on y'all screen right here, because something happened, and I don't know what the hell is going on. And I'm going to tell you guys what's going on right now. Can you guys hear me in the comments? We got a mic check, man. Y'all share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. I have some breaking news updates for you guys on this situation. You guys can hear me? All right, bet that, man. Yeah, y'all share the video, like the videos, y'all come on in, man. So we've been talking about this entire Big Tigger, Alicia Brown situation. Everybody on YouTube knows my stance on it. My stance is that I blame Big Tigger for the whole situation because she had an arrest in 2025 where Big Tigger was the victim in a domestic battery case that's still open right now. And Big Tigger stayed with this woman the whole time. To me, when you stay with a woman who has been arrested for allegedly putting their hands on you, and then you continue to move around with her, you continue to live with her, you continue to share the same spaces with her, to me, you are complicit in your own situation, regardless of what happens next. Now, this other situation that's separate of Big Tigger, that she has been arrested for now, bro, this thing done took a major turn. It's something I did not expect. When I saw this, it completely blew my socks off. I have a couple updates for you guys. So, first of all, Alicia Brown, who was charged in both Fulton County, right, Georgia. She was charged in Fulton County, Georgia, and she was charged in Baltimore, Maryland. Her charges have now been dropped in Fulton County, Georgia. And I don't know what the hell is going on. I will give you guys all the updates I know about it right now, why her charges were dropped in Fulton County, Georgia. I'll let y'all know what I know, what I don't know. But as of her charges in Fulton County, those have been dropped, but she's still on the hook, and I'm going to tell y'all why. And I believe she's in a lot of effing trouble, man, and I'm going to tell y'all why, even though her charges have been dropped in Georgia, in Fulton County. Again, Alicia Brown was charged in Fulton County, Georgia, and she's charged in Baltimore, Maryland. Her charges have now been dropped. The case has been dismissed in Fulton County, Georgia, right? Now, it's been officially dismissed. Now, basically, the Fulton County court officials have now confirmed that the local felony charges that she was facing in Georgia for interference with child custody were dropped. They dropped these charges. Now, but she has a big problem because that case she got in Maryland is not dropped. That case she got in Baltimore, Maryland is not dropped. And that warrant that was dropped, or that warrant she has, I guess, stemmed from a 2019 case that was involving the disappearance of her then 10-year-old, who's now 17, right? Alicia Brown, right? Now, this is after she lost child custody. Apparently, she's supposed to get that child over. And then right days before that happened, the child disappears. Boom. Now we at where we at 7 years later, right? Now, she is waiting to be extradited still from Georgia to Maryland to face the Maryland charges. But I was blown off my socks to see that she got off those Georgia charges. And guess what? When I went to look why they dropped those charges, and to the person who said Tigger had to drop the case against her, he didn't have to drop anything. Tigger didn't have anything to do with that. To the person in the comment section who said Tigger had to drop that case, Tigger didn't bring the case against her. The case her cases. Let me explain this to everybody. Her cases in Georgia that she just got arrested for, she just got arrested in Fulton County and in Baltimore, Maryland. Those cases had nothing to do with Big Tigger. So the case that had to do with Big Tigger's in 2025, that case is still open. So those cases usually take a year just to get to court in Maryland. In Georgia, right? So she's still on the hook for that domestic battery case in 2025, right? The thing is that they haven't given her a court date yet for that case from 2025. And that's the case that involves Big Tigger with her, the domestic battery case. And Big Tigger does not have the authority to stop any of those charges, because when you have a domestic battery charge, which is a family violence charge, neither spouse can drop the charge after the police charge you in the state of Georgia. So to the person who said it in the comment section, that is unequivocally a lie. To the person who said, I see you, D. Brooke Keeler, in the comments, that Tigger had to drop the case, that's a lie. That's fake information. He couldn't drop the case. You got to know the law. In the state of Georgia, once a domestic battery case comes up, the state automatically takes over. So it doesn't matter what you say. You can say, hey man, I don't want to file it. You don't even have to want to cooperate. They're still going to push forward with that case. That's kind of what's going on with Big Tigger's case, and I'm going to get to that in just a minute. But it shocked me that the state, or Fulton County, I should say, dropped her charges immediately. So after she was arrested, they immediately dropped her charges, but they haven't explained why they dropped her charges in Fulton County, Georgia. Right? They haven't explained why. Right? Now, those charges in Fulton County, Georgia, she was facing a felony charge, which would have got her another 5 years in prison. Right? Up to 5 years, right? So basically, that was under Georgia Code 16545, and that included felony threshold, which means like standing in the state custody interference, is treated as a misdemeanor for the first two offenses. However, because Alicia Brown was pursued across country lines, right, or county lines, I should say, and actively fleeing the jurisdiction with children, right, the case escalated to a felony level. Now, the statutory prison time in Georgia, any conviction for a third offense or an aggravated instance of custody interference mandates a prison term of not less than 1 year and not more than 5 years. So she would have had a minimum of 1 to 5 years on that charge in Georgia, right? But they dropped that charge. But she got bigger problems. I'm finna tell y'all why. The bigger problem she got, and this is going to be the big one for her, is Maryland. That Maryland charge she got is still on the dockets. So she ducked the Georgia charge. They dismissed that. But she's got the Maryland charge. And to the person who says you're talking about the latest charges, who put the charge on her? What are you talking about? You're talking about the latest charges. That Fulton County put the charges on her, not Big Tigger. Big Tigger didn't have it. Big Tigger didn't have the authority to put charges on her. He didn't have the authority to put those charges on her. I see you in the comment section. You're coming up on the screen, but I don't see you in the actual comments. So it's I see you on the screen though. So you says who put the Fulton County charge on her? Fulton County put the charge on her. The county doesn't have to have Big Tigger to put a charge on her. Big Tigger can't drop that charge. That charge that we talking about, she had three different charges against her. Let me explain this to you. Right? The one I was talking about at the beginning of the video involving her and Big Tigger is from 2025. So basically in 2025, it's reported that Big Tigger reported her to the police for domestic battery. The police came and she was charged with domestic battery as Big Tigger being the victim, right? Now, Big Tigger stayed with her. Even after that 2025 domestic battery arrest, he stayed with her the whole time and going on the red carpet with her, acting like ain't shit happened. And people was wondering, why are you staying with that woman with that situation going on with her history? But Big Tigger stayed with her. Then, just now, the other week, she got these two other charges. She got a charge in Fulton County, Georgia, and she got a charge in Baltimore, Maryland. Those two charges were surrounding her kidnapping. That had nothing to do with Big Tigger. So Tigger had nothing to do with this D-Book, Tigger had nothing to do with this at all. He had nothing. He didn't have any jurisdiction over whether those charges stand or those charges fall. He had nothing to do with that shit. That was the actual Fulton County that brought the charges against her. Right? Right? So, you said, how did they drop it? That's the thing. They can drop whatever charge they want. They haven't given the reason why Fulton County has dropped that charge. They haven't given a reason. This is why I'm talking about this right now. But they have dropped that charge that she had, and she was facing a minimum of 1 to 5 years in prison on a felony just off that charge right there. Now, she still has the Maryland charge. Now, that is the worst charge she got. Now, that charge in Maryland, she had to be extradited to Maryland because now Georgia don't need her no more. Because Georgia has dismissed her charges, right? For that. She still has a 2025 domestic battery charge, right? But that's a misdemeanor in Georgia. So they're going to go and use the Maryland charges first against her because that's the more serious charges. Now, to explain why she's not off the hook, those Maryland charges she got, she's facing 30 years in prison for those charges. Let me repeat myself again. She is facing up to 30 years in prison on those Maryland charges. Now, let me give you the breakdown, right? And because those charges came out of Baltimore, Maryland, now she's just waiting to be extradited to Baltimore, Maryland, where she's going to face prosecution there, right? Once her ongoing extradition process from Georgia is finalized, right? So, basically, if charged and convicted under the Maryland Code Section 3502 for kidnapping, a judge can sentence her to a maximum of 30 years in prison. Right? Right? Now listen to this. The severity of the sentence can be heavily influenced by the status of said victim. Now, the warrant, like I told y'all, it goes back to 2019 and the disappearance of when the youngin was 10. Right? Now, the youngin is 17, 1 year away from 18, and still has not been, quote unquote, located. Right? But prosecutors are expected to pursue these charges in Maryland against her. Now, right? Additional charges, depending on the final indictment that's handed down by Baltimore County State Attorney, she could potentially face more charges in Baltimore, such as child abduction by a parent or violation of custody orders, which could alter or add to her total prison time, right? Now, let's move forward with this, right? So they're actively escalating her case in Maryland, right? So the Baltimore County Police Department Crimes and Children Unit have recently uncovered new details in her case, right? Now that new information led them to formally issuing the updated kidnapping related warrants back on the 30th of June, right? Like 10, 11 days ago, right? Now, unlike the Georgia case, where the local children were safely recovered at the scene, her daughter, Alicia Brown, remains missing because that child vanished at 10 years old in 2019 and still has not been found, right? And Maryland prosecutors have no legal grounds to drop those charges, right? So the Hart County Sheriff's Office and Baltimore County officials have confirmed that Maryland is refusing to waive those warrants and is moving forward with the formal interstate extradition process to basically bring her back to Maryland so she'll face trial for those charges, right? Now, the father, Darrell Williams, is reportedly working closely with the Maryland investigators. Now, he has publicly spoken out since her arrest, demanding answers and stating his intent to see the case through the end until his daughter is found, right? Now, I want to tell y'all something. I want to present something to you guys because I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Right? And just to present this to you guys right here, right? And I want to say this to everybody. Y'all just listen to what I'm saying. Smash the like button, share the videos, y'all come on in. So I want to say this to you guys, right? Check this out. And peep this. If the daughter, who is 17 years old now, right? Right? If she was to come forward, right? And testify on behalf of the mother, listen to what I'm saying to y'all now. Meaning, if the daughter came forward, right? And said like, oh, well, the mother, she didn't kidnap me. I ran away, right? Let's just say the daughter said that, right? So let's say if she said that she wasn't kidnapped or held against her will, that she wanted to leave, right? Now, it would destroy that she was taken by force according to that law, the Maryland kidnapping law, right? And section 3502, right? So basically, under that Maryland kidnapping law, the state has to prove that a person was forcefully or fraudulently carried away and concealed. Peep what I'm saying to y'all now. So if a near adult testifies that she was a willing participant, right? This is the difference between her being 10 and 17. I'm giving y'all law now, right? It severely will weaken the prosecution's ability to prove a violent or non-consensual kidnapping case, right? And basically, check this out. If she is convicted, Alicia Brown, right? And the judge is the one that gives her the sentence. If the daughter is healthy, thriving, and testifies in support of the mother, that would make the judge handing out like a maximum 30-year prison sentence highly unlikely, man. You know what I'm saying? And she could end up just potentially getting probation or minimum time. And I know people don't like to hear that, but it's true. This is Maryland law, right? And if the prosecution, meaning Maryland, knows that she's going to testify for the defense, they'll lose leverage, you guys. And they'll usually force the state to offer this girl a plea deal, right? A heavily reduced plea deal, right? And they'll drop the felony kidnapping down to a minor custody violation, right? So here's the thing. All of this is going to stem off of two things. If they can find the girl, which she may pop up down seeing that her mother is in this situation, right? It depends on how that girl testifies. If that girl come out and she take up for her mother, and think about this, somebody said the girl's not alive. That's not true because her father just said she's alive. See, the father just did an interview just the other day, and the father said he knows for a fact she's alive. See, a lot of y'all didn't hear that. The father just did an interview the other day, and in that interview, the father says he knows for a fact that daughter's alive. He said he knows for a fact she's alive and well. Now, I question how the father knows she's alive if the girl has been kidnapped and he don't know where she is or what's going on. That was my question. But the father says that he knows for a fact that the daughter is alive. That's what the father says, right? So I can't go against what her own father says, and in that case, right? So I won't put out false information on that, right? But that's what the father's saying. The father said it in the interview he just did the other week. He said that he knows she's alive. He ain't worried about her not being alive. He knows she's alive and well, right? But that's the problem that they have. You would have to prove force, and if she is unwilling to testify against her mama gonna walk away with probation. She facing 30 years. I'm telling y'all what's gonna happen now, right? She facing 30 years, right? But here's the thing: since the daughter's older now, and this is the laws in the state of Maryland, you guys. Since the daughter's 17 years old now and older now and can speak up for herself, the daughter's testimony is going to hold a lot of weight. So if the daughter says, hey, I ran away, or if the daughter says, I wanted to be with the mother, I did not want to live with my father, that would pretty much destroy Maryland's case. Destroy Maryland's case, right? So you guys have to understand that is in play too. That is heavily in play. Right? That is heavily in play. Heavily in play. Right? So, yeah. Well, the father, because you said the father, if she's alive, why is the father trying to find her? Because the father was awarded custody of her. There was a custody battle. the father was awarded the custody of that girl. A few days before the father was supposed to get the custody of her, the girl disappears. And the father suggests that it was the mother who took the girl, right? So there have been active warrants out against the mother based on the father's cooperation. Are you understand what I'm saying? Right? Based off the father's cooperation. So now the federal charges that I thought was going to be could potentially come against her is off the table. Why? Because Maryland have wiped out Georgia have deleted her charges. So that takes the state thing out of here. Right? Only if they can prove that she took that girl across state lines or to hide her in a different state would that come back up. But that girl would have to testify to that. See, it's all on the girl. See, here's the thing. The question is that girl going to pop up? Is that girl going to pop up, and who does she testify on the behalf of? If that girl pops up and she testifies and says, look, I ain't want to live with my daddy. I want to live with my mom. I ain't want to be with him. I made a choice. I wanted to be with my mom. That's going to destroy Maryland's case. Even though the father had custody, it's going to make Maryland come and give her a plea deal, and she probably will get probation and walk under Maryland's laws. They'll probably drop it down to a misdemeanor, and she'll walk. Right now, she's facing 30. So think about that. And so they won't be able to pretty much use the coercion because the daughter's 17 years old, and she's older now. She's in a more mature mind state. That's how they consider it in the state of Maryland. I'm just giving you law. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is what the daughter's going to do, but I'm saying if the daughter does that, if the daughter comes out and the daughter says that the mother did not force me or did not kidnap me, that's going to cause a big problem for the state of Maryland in their case. Because their case has to be proven off of she forced that girl to leave, right? Peep what I'm saying to y'all now, right? And so you would have to prove these things, and it'll be hard to prove them if she don't testify. She would literally have to testify these things. Now that she's 17, they can call her up to the court. And here's the thing. If the prosecution knows she's going to testify against them, they ain't going to take that shit to court because they're not going to risk losing that case. They're going to push to get a plea deal, lower the charges to a misdemeanor, and she's going to walk away with probation. Now, if the daughter comes out and says, hey, the mama kidnapped me against my will and hid me against my will all these years, the mama's toast. She's going to prison, and they probably going to hit her ass with the Holy Ghost, right? I'm telling y'all this. They probably going to hit her ass with the Holy Ghost. All right, you understand what I'm saying to y'all? Right? Right? So that's what the parameters is. That daughter is major in this case, right? If she pops up, her testimony is major in this case for either side, right? She can bury the mother or she can save the mother. And that would mean that the mother will walk away from all the charges. And guess what, y'all? The only person that will face charges, she would still have a misdemeanor charge, which pretty much wouldn't do nothing to her. She still would probably get like probation for that. Or she might do like 5 or 6 months since she's already would be on probation if she got charged with probation in the Maryland charge. But from the 2025 domestic battery charge that she had in Georgia, where Big Tigger was the victim of that charge. Big Tigger should have left this chick. He should have been left this shit, bro. This nigga had every sign in the world. He stayed with her. That's why I be trying to tell these niggas. Niggas don't be understanding this stuff on the internet. You play pussy, you get fucked. Period. There ain't no other way around it. Now, let's go to the other part. Because it was rumors that Big Tigger's charges were dropped. That's false. I checked it out. Big Tigger's charges have not been dropped. Big Tigger case, from what I just checked tonight, is fully active and still ongoing. Right? And it's moving forward in the court system, in the Fulton County court system. His case is moving forward. People have came out and stated that his case was dropped. That's not true. I looked it up. His case is still going forward. They're fully pushing forward with his case. Right? They did not drop his case, man. So he's facing 21 years in prison still. Now, he's denied all those allegations, right? But they're saying they got the full video file. And it's out of Alicia Brown's hands. Alicia Brown can't do shit. She can't tell the Fulton County Police Department to drop the case. She can't tell them that Big Tigger didn't do shit to her. She can't tell them that I don't want him to be charged. Because when you have a domestic case that deals with domestic battery or domestic assault with the family, the state automatically takes over the case. So the state, they seize all the evidence. So that's what they did. The state went and they seized all the raw video files. That's what I said in the report, that if you look in the report, the general public will never see the full unedited video file until after the case is over with. So after that case is over with, before that case, the general public will never see the full unedited video file. Never. They'll never see the full unedited video files. And that's crazy right there. Right? And so I'm telling y'all this, right? You said that's why they dropped it. What do you mean they dropped it? Fiona Flowers, what are you talking about they dropped it? Right? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're talking about. You said that you said they dropped it. What are you talking about they dropped it? No, I'm talking about for Alicia Brown. Right? I'm talking about for Alicia Brown. Alicia Brown, they've only dropped her charges in Maryland for the kidnapping situation. Right? She's still facing those charges in Maryland. But the problem they got is if the daughter comes out and testifies for the mother, that kills their case. Because the daughter's 17, in the state of Maryland, they consider her mind more mature. So in the state of Maryland, it's like if that daughter come out and say, nah, I wanted to be with my mom, or my mom didn't force me to leave, I didn't want to be with my father, so I did. Now that destroys their case. So that whole case hinges off what I just told y'all. That whole case in Maryland hinges off that, right? They would damn near need the daughter to come out and say, hey, man, the father took me away against my will. I mean, the mother took me away against my will, and I didn't want to be with her, and she took me away against my will. It would damn near be that right there, right? Let me show y'all this right here, all right? My bad. See, in Big Tigger's case, this is why I try to tell y'all this. And people don't want to listen. They think that you hating on niggas. No, I'm not. I'm telling y'all niggas the truth. See, a lot of niggas don't love to hear the truth. They want you to lie to them to make them feel better. I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm here to tell you the truth, right? So the Sandy Springs Police Department has access to the full unedited video footage of the incident. And according to the official arrest warrant, see, this is the thing. This is not according to ticket. This is why when I tell y'all this stuff, I'm not coming on here telling y'all, oh, this is my opinion. This is my... No. I'm telling you what's in the actual casework. And when I pull the paperwork up here, they still don't want to listen. They act like I'm in here talking Blackanese or something like that. It don't make no sense. See, it says, according to the official arrest warrants, the police documents, the physical altercation was captured entirely. See, in an in-home security system, specifically a Ring camera. So they're saying they got the full unedited raw video. They said while snippets leaked, segments of the video have gone viral on social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, the police secured the complete files as a part of their initial investigation. And that's the part people don't understand. Everybody talking all this shit on YouTube. The cops got the full file. That's the one thing I learned. And it showed y'all this. This is the same way in any other case. You see the cops, when they get to the trial, they show y'all the full video. That's why I be telling niggas, like niggas talking all that shit, they don't understand these niggas. That's why I said Big Tigger should have been got away from this chick. He should have been got away from this chick, bro. Straight up, man. He should have been got away from her. Now here it is right here. It says right here, right? The details regarding how the police obtain and utilize the video files include, right? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it says wild snippets and leaked segments. So only snippets have been released to the media. You know how everybody was saying, man, they ain't shit. Nigga, the cops saying y'all ain't seen the whole video. They're saying y'all only seen snippets. It says that while snippets and leaked segments of the video have gone viral on social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, the police secured the complete files as a part of their initial investigation. The details regarding how the police obtained and utilized the video file includes source of the video. The unedited footage came directly from the home's internal security cameras. It explicitly documents the escalation of the argument, which began when Alicia Brown confronted Big Tigger over text messages from a female co-worker. And Big Tigger should have walked away. This is why I try to tell y'all this. When somebody, man, you gotta walk away from that shit, bro, and call the cops. If they get your shit, call the cops, my nigga. Right? But check this out, y'all. What the full video shows. According to the police reports, the unedited video, unedited, y'all, not the ones y'all seen, not the ones we all seen. The unedited video captures Big Tigger recording her on his phone. When she grabbed his device, a physical struggle ensued where he tackled her to the floor to retrieve it. The video further shows him pushing her out of a frame in the office, causing her to fall headfirst into a door. Right? So they're saying the full video shows the whole incident from the beginning to the end. Not the clips where we saw where they would come out the room. Because remember, I told y'all when she came out the room, she had a black eye come out the room. They said, no, we got the video from in the room. And all the way through. They said they got the whole full video. Apparently, they had a Ring video camera system installed in the house where they had multiple cameras in the home. So that home system he got, they used that against him. And it says the basis for the arrest. Because everybody's like, why did Big Tigger get arrested? Well, it says the Sandy Spring detectives used the full unedited video. See, this is the part where they're not telling y'all this. When they telling y'all on these channels, nah, man, I don't believe, no, nigga, they're not telling y'all this part. That the Sandy Springs detectives used a full unedited video to corroborate her physical injuries in the statement. The unedited footage provided the exact probable cause needed to issue the arrest warrants for aggravated battery and third-degree cruelty to children, as the 13-year-old was present in the home during the altercation. Right? Now, the leaked versus the official copies. The heavily edited. See, this is the part where everybody in the general public, and y'all smash the like button, needs to understand and stop running your mouth without knowing all the information. The heavily edited, shorter clips circulating online only show selective angles of the phone struggle. However, the complete, untampered master files are booked securely into evidence with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office for the upcoming trial. This is why I be trying to tell people. So when they say, oh, that shit got dropped, man, that shit wasn't nothing we seen, man. Y'all niggas only seen a couple seconds. We only seen a couple seconds. The cops say they got the whole video. See what I'm saying? This is why Big Tigger should have walked away. But when people don't want to hear that, he should have walked away, went to the next door neighbors, and called the cops. Now they're using his own home video camera system to prosecute him. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all this. And so this ain't even her. To y'all who want to understand, this is out of her hands. Once they got that video, it's done. And remember, she didn't call the cops. This is the thing everybody got to understand. Everybody says, oh, well, she set another nigga up. Listen, she didn't call the cops. People don't have the facts and the story straight. Big Tigger took her to the hospital because her shit was split to the meat, Jack. And when he took her to the hospital saw the injuries and they called the cops. So the person say, well, the way she was flopping on the video, bro, you're not listening. Listen, demi by nature, ignorance is not of bliss. You got to understand Georgia law. Georgia law says if you touch a woman, no matter how she gets hurt, when you put your hands on her and she tells you to remove it, you don't. If she gets hurt, even if it's by accident or whatever, you charged with a felony. That's Georgia law. No lawyer's getting you off of that. And then, once again, let me say this to you, brother. They're saying they got the full video. See, this is the thing that people, I don't think black folks are comprehending this. The cops are saying, once again, they're saying that they have the full, unedited master files. Read your screen, man. It says the heavily edited, are you seeing what I'm putting up right here to you? The heavily edited, shorter clips circulating online only show selective angles of the phone struggle. However, the complete, untampered master files are booked securely into evidence with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. So the cops, brother, use the full video. See, you can't speak if you ain't seen the full video. The cops are saying, look, we arrest this nigga because we got the full video. They got the full home camera system, brother. And that's why I told y'all, you have to walk away from this shit. You got a home, think about this. You got a home video camera system in your house. You got to walk away. You have to walk away. You have to walk away, bro. They took his own home video ring system. That whole system they took. You have to walk away. So we can say all this shit now, and they get in court and they play that full video, and then we see how she got a black eye before she got her eye split. We see all these other videos, the full unedited video that we ain't never seen. Now that changes the perspective from everybody. Because everybody's going off of clips. The cops ain't going off of clips. They're going off the full video. See what I'm saying? This is why I told y'all it's out of her hands. Look, and she didn't even go to the cops. When she went to the hospital, the report, she didn't even say a word. The report said Big Tigger did all the talking. And when he did that, that's when the doctors immediately called the cops. And when they called the cops did a month-long investigation before they even arrested him, bro. That's why I'm telling people. Like, they did a month-long investigation before they even arrested Big Tigger. So this is the part, like, a lot of people, they go off emotions on the internet. They think, oh, you hate, no, I'm just giving you the facts. You might not like the facts, but it ain't for me to say whether or not you should like the facts or not. The same way they're not going to like that I said, hey, they dropped the charges against Alicia Brown in Georgia, but she still got charges in Maryland. Or they're not going to like the fact that I said, hey, man, if that daughter comes in there and testifies for one side or another, that's going to sway that case. But it's facts. It's not my feelings. It's facts. So that's why I'm saying this to everybody, so people can understand what I'm saying, bro. Because in the state of Georgia, it doesn't matter about, oh, well, did you flop? Did you do that? Man, that shit don't matter. In the state of Georgia, if you grab a woman and she says, let go of me, and you don't let go of her, and she accidentally get hurt, felony charge, you're responsible. That's in the law. See what I'm saying? That's why people got to understand that. People talking on YouTube for what they think, and this is the reason why they're locking a lot of niggas up, because niggas don't know the law. That's why I come on my YouTube channel and break this shit down for y'all, even when people don't like how I break it down. They get mad at me because I say, hey, man, that shit is all Big Tigger's fault. Because when that shit happened with her in 2025, that nigga should have left her. But ain't nobody calling out Big Tigger for staying with that chick the whole time. They keep talking about, oh, she set him up. How can she set a nigga up who stayed with her after he called the cops on her? Imagine me staying with a chick after I called the cops on her because she allegedly beat me up. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Then I turn around a year later and I'm supposed to be the victim when all this shit happened. When nigga, all the signs was right there. You think the whole internet knew about her whole criminal history and Big Tigger didn't know shit? The whole internet knew. You think he didn't know? He made a decision. That's what he wanted to do. Right? So again, That's why, see, you got quiet, Demi by nature, when I came and cooked you with the facts. See, you ain't even know the cops had a full unedited video. You ain't even know this. You just coming on YouTube just talking. Oh man, nigga, you don't, the cops got a full unedited video from his camera. They use a camera system he paid for, my nigga, against him in his house. Imagine that. Because Ring has a cloud system, brother. If you got multiple cameras inside your home, which a lot of people do, in case they get robbed or whatever like that, and it captures the whole incident, it's going to capture the whole thing unedited. The only thing they seen was certain clips. So Alicia Brown didn't release those clips. Somebody else could have released those clips to say, oh, see, look at this part right here, man. He ain't really doing nothing. Well, y'all didn't see the whole video. So when you go to court and the whole video come out, then niggas be like, oh, shit, I ain't know that happened. Now you got another Cassie moment. That's why I told niggas, you got that shit, Big Tigger supposed to walk away. Niggas don't want to listen. And the audio on the Ring camera, you can hear all that shit. So the cops heard the audio and everything that on that nigga own system. Right? And them Ring cameras, remember, them shits be clear. And this happened during the day. And even if you be in the dark, they got night vision on those cameras. Right? So this is why you have to educate yourself on these cases, bruh. So you're not just coming online just running your mouth like a lot of these niggas is doing. This is why I told y'all, this is 100% Big Tigger fault. And everybody got mad at me for telling the truth. You gonna be coming out here and lie to people? I'm not gonna come out here and lie. I'm gonna tell the truth. That nigga should have shook her ass. As soon as he seen what it was in 2025, let's just say he ain't know nothing about none of that shit in her past. The day you called the cops on her for domestic violence, you supposed to shake that shit. You supposed to shake the relationship. Oh yeah, I'm shaking out of here. I'm gone. Dipset. 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 I'm out of here. I'm telling y'all this right now. I'm gone. I'm leaving. I'm peace. Right? See what I'm saying? So that's the thing, bro. He should have been left. Once you called the cops on her in 2025, that was your way out. They actually charged her. Alicia Brown was charged in 2025 with domestic battery against Big Tigger. He should have left then. That was his way out. You file divorce and you get away from him. You keep talking about an opinion. I'm not giving you an opinion, man. What is you talking about? I'm not giving you an opinion, sir. I'm telling you the facts. The facts are you saw a clip. You saw a clip. The truth is, the facts are you saw a clip. The facts are the cops have the full unedited camera system which they use to charge and arrest him. And to the person saying I'm wrong with this, why is he arrested and locked up? I mean, facing 21 years, excuse me. Why was he arrested, facing 21 years, and the case still open? If I'm wrong, why is he still facing that? Answer the question. This is the part people don't understand. You guys are going on something y'all haven't even seen. Somebody leaked little snippets. It wasn't her or the cops. The cops have the full unedited video. Read your screen. They used this to arrest him. They did a month-long investigation. Right? Read right here. The source of the video. The unedited footage came directly from the home's internal security camera. It explicitly documents the escalation of the argument. Right? They used this. Once again, let me say this again. Let me say this again, right? I want to say this again. While snippets and leaked segments of the video have gone viral on social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, the police secured the complete files as a part of their initial investigation. What I don't understand, what people don't understand about this, what I'm saying. It ain't hard to tell, buddy. It's right there. It's right there, right? I don't know why people are so ignorant, right? Right? basis for the arrest. Read this right here. I'm not talking about running for years, sir. I'm telling you. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm talking about. We're talking about two different cases, right? I'm not talking about the case she had recently. Let's talk about just the other week. She was arrested for 2 charges that had nothing to do with Big Tigger. The 2 charges she was just arrested with was for kidnapping, right? One in Georgia, one in Maryland. The Georgia case, let me say this again, the Georgia case have been dismissed. The Georgia case have been dismissed. So she only has a case in Maryland right now. That has nothing to do with Big Tigger as we know it right now. At all. The reason why I say right now is because they're going to subpoena her text message records over the years and her phone records to see if there were any accomplices in helping her. Was there anybody aiding and abetting her to duck law enforcement because they've had a warrant out on her for all these years? That's why I said right now. Now, so that case is still on. You're talking an opinion. Right, I'm not talking opinions to you. See, this is the thing I'm saying to you. You're talking opinions, I'm talking facts. That's the difference between me and you. You're talking opinion, I'm talking factual information. That's the difference between me and you. I don't care about opinions. I care about what the facts are. The facts are Big Tigger should have left that heifer in 2025 when he called the cops on her and filed domestic battery charges and she was charged. That's still an open case. The 2025 case against her is still open. And you know what Big Tigger did? He still kept fucking with that chick all this time. Up until this happened, he didn't leave her. How you gonna call the cops on her, have an open battery charge against her, where she still haven't got a court date for that, and you still kicking it with this chick, going places, you still cool with her? That was your sign to get the hell away from this chick. He stayed with her. You guys don't want to hold these people accountable for their actions. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't listen to what somebody's telling y'all. Somebody giving y'all clear advice to leave these heifers alone. When you have a sign like that, if a woman's beating on you, it's time to go, nigga. Once a woman put her hands on you, nigga, it's time to go. I'm not finna stay around you for to do what? For you to beat me some more? For me to be in this type of situation? No, nigga. I would ask you, would you stay with a chick who was beating on you, nigga? Would you stay with a chick who was allegedly putting her hands on you, my nigga? I'm asking a question. All right, then. So, like I said before, and I'll get back to this. So, they used, and this is why I keep telling y'all, fact versus opinion. I'm always going with fact. I don't care about your feelings. I'm going with facts. The reason why he's arrested, right here. The Sandy Springs detectives used the full, not no clipped up shit you seen online. I can clip up anything and see it online. There are facts. I'm showing you on the screen. Brother, something's wrong with your brain. I'm blocking you. I can't. You're bringing my level you're bringing my level down. You're bringing my level down. To the person who said stop saying, ain't nobody saving. Are you a fool? Are you not hearing what I'm saying? I'm telling Big Tigger. Big Tigger the one that saved the 304, nigga. He the one that stayed with her. The fuck you talking about? Big Tigger's the one that stayed with that chick. He stayed with her. How you gonna come in here running your mouth to me and Big Tigger stayed with her? Big Tigger stayed with her, Buster. Period. He stayed with her. This ain't about ticket saving 0304, you dumb son of a bitch. I'm showing you right now. Right now. Whose fault it is? Big Tigger stayed with that lady after the 2025 arrest. Right? That's his fault. How you blaming somebody else? I want y'all to think about this. If a woman beat on you and you stay with her, whose fault is that? If you the man, you got the money. Think about this. Big Tigger's the man. He's the face. He got the money. He got the history. He have a legendary status in the rap community, in the hip hop industry. He's on the radio. He's a millionaire. Bro, once this chick beat you or put her hands on you, nigga, it's over with. I'm calling the cops and I'm calling my lawyer, nigga, and we get a divorce. It's over with. Once you stay, do you know what you do? You're in a position of power. Once you stay, you have allowed and condoned the foolishness. Y'all don't want to hold people accountable. See, I'm not even on here saying that the woman is, she right and she, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's a damn fool. Now tell me what I'm saying is wrong. Tell me what I'm saying is wrong. Something is wrong with the way y'all think. He talking about, oh, ain't nothing you said. Nigga, I'm talking about what's in the police files. Are you not reading what's on your screen? The Sandy Springs detectives used the full unedited video. Imagine people still on YouTube talking about an edited video, y'all. Make it make sense. You got people still on the internet talking about an edited video. Oh, man, doing it. Nigga, you seen the edited video. You ain't even seen the full video that the cops got. Read right here. The Sandy Springs detectives used the full unedited video to corroborate her physical injuries and statement. The unedited footage provided the exact probable cause needed to issue the arrest warrants for aggravated battery and third-degree cruelty to children, as their 10-year-old was present in the home during the altercation. What's wrong with these people, bro? Then all you gotta do is read this last line, ends you. The heavily edited shorter clips circulating online only show selective angles of the phone struggle. However, see, this is why a lot of y'all failed in school. However, the complete, untampered master files are booked securely into evidence with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office for the upcoming criminal trial. There's no opinion in that. The cops got the full video. These are facts. That's no opinion. Right? Period. Cops got the full video. These are facts. Period. This is why I tell everybody listen to this video. You have to get from around these chicks. And see, this is the thing. What am I saying that's wrong? I'm saying that Big Tigger and he get from around this shit. Do you see all this shit she got going on? She's insane, nigga. I'm not saying she's not. I'm saying it's your fault for being around her. If you know something is wrong with somebody and you remain around them, nigga, that's your fault. Let me give you an example, y'all. If you know your friends sell drugs and you continue to hang around this nigga and one day you ride in the car with him and the cops pull him over and lock his ass up and lock you up too, nigga, that's your fault. Because you in the car with a nigga you know deal drugs. What the hell am I saying that's wrong? I need to understand this from people. What am I saying that's wrong? Right? Somebody tell me this. Because I know one thing. If I know a nigga slanging D, pause. But if I know a nigga is out here moving weight, I ain't finna get in the car with this nigga. Well, I ain't no way. Same thing with Alicia Brown. If I know she like putting her hands on niggas, you ain't finna be around me no more. No dice. Nope. Once I call the cops on you, your ass is the fuck up out of here, bro. I'm calling my lawyer, we're getting a divorce. Real talk. You ain't finna be putting your hands on me. That's not finna happen. It's not finna happen. And for some reason, our society, the brains are fried, y'all. Because people don't understand you have to keep your hands to yourself. Right? So if a woman can't keep her hands off of you and she's allegedly assaulting you, nigga, you have to remove yourself from the situation. Am I lying, y'all? Somebody in the comment section tell me if I'm delusional, if I'm lying. I'm just saying. Right? I can show you on the screen. I don't understand Why people even try to come at me with this? Because you're going to get ethered every time. You're going to get ethered every time. Every time. I'm gonna ether you every time. Every time. And that's all there is to it. Right? That's all there is to it. And that's just the truth. Yeah, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. Something is really wrong with these people, man. Right? Something really wrong with these people. It's sad, bro. And when you tell people the truth, man, they don't be wanting to hear that shit, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all this. So I'm just saying what the truth is, man. Right? You guys, again, man. Again. Man, it's crazy, man. So yeah, so I'm just being honest with y'all, man. You know? And I'm telling y'all this, man. Right? I'm finna show y'all this. I'm finna show y'all. Right? Yeah, man. So again, I just it ain't even about it, bro. I be trying to tell these people, bro. I'm finna show y'all this right now. I'm finna show y'all this right now, right? Just so people can know what I'm talking about, right? Let me put this on the screen. Cause I want to show y'all proof of the things I say. I don't want to just come on YouTube and say shit, bro. Cause mofos be thinking that you just be coming on here. I be doing my study. Like, you have to really do your studying before you come on here talking about certain things. And I do it. I really take pride in that shit. In 2025, September the 29th, 2025, right? That arrest of Alicia Brown stemmed from an isolated domestic dispute with her husband, Big Tigger, that took place in their home, right? In Fulton County, Georgia, right? Alicia Denise Brown was booked by local law enforcement on a charge of battery family violence, which is a first offense misdemeanor under Georgia state law. Following her booking into the Fulton County system, a magistrate judge granted her a $1,000 surety bond. The judge attached strict conditions to her release. These standard family violence bond terms typically include explicit mandates to keep the peace, abstain from further physical confrontations, and abide by localized court monitor restrictions regarding contact. Nigga, she was arrested September 29, 2025. Big Tigger was the victim. Why didn't Big Tigger leave her? See, these niggas won't have no answer for that. He should have left her then. They ain't gonna answer that though. I'm putting the question out there for you. I'm putting the question right there for you. Think about what I'm saying. If you gonna stay, nigga, you gotta deal with the consequences. If you gonna stay with a chick that's putting her hands on you, nigga, you deal with the consequences. When you should have left that heifer. Period. If he would have stood on man business and got up out of there, he wouldn't be worried about this shit today. But niggas don't want to admit that part. It's insane that the thinking that goes on social media. Now they don't use his own ring home system. They don't got the whole full cloud system. The whole full video. Not the clips they put on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok. No, they got the whole video. And now they're using his own video system he got. Now he rolling in the dirt with this girl. And y'all sit over here, oh, she set him up. How the fuck she set him up? That's his house. He's supposed to have been separated from her. When that happened. That's why niggas make... I don't understand these niggas, bro. The common sense, the lack thereof, is alarming. Like, share, subscribe, man. You try to tell people the truth, and they don't even want to hear that. Oh, man, you hating on the... No, I'm not. I'm telling you the fucking truth. Y'all want to play weirdo semantics. That's all it's going to do is get these brothers in more trouble, cause them to lose more money in legal fees, and cause them to be having to do prison time, deal with probation, all this shit. Had this shit on their record. Come on, man. Nobody trying to go through all this shit, bro. You tell these niggas the truth. And you get the hell up out. You see what old boy just did in the NBA? He got his ass up out of there. Look what old boy just did. He took the advice. Miles Bridges, he called the cops. Miles Bridges, an NBA player. See, he lost $100 million because he got into a situation with his baby mama. Right? And so he ended up getting suspended off that shit. Right? Instead of him calling the cops, he got into a situation with his baby mama, and it cost him over $100 million and almost cost him his NBA basketball career. Now, what is he doing? He doing what Tigger'S said he's supposed to do. He called the cops. And now she got arrested. He called the cops, and now she got arrested. He called the cops on her ass for assaulting him. And now, that's what you do. Because if you listen to these mush mouths out here, you're going to lose your whole career. Thinking that, oh, because I did this, that ain't nothing. Nigga, you don't play with the law, nigga. When you a man of status, and you have money and something to lose, nigga, you don't play those games, nigga. I'm calling the cops on your motherfucker. I'm calling the cops on you. You ain't here, you assaulting me, I'm calling the cops on you. Stealing my shit, I'm calling the cops on you. Straight up, man, I got too much to lose. But when you preach the truth, they hate you for it. And try to say, oh, man, you hate, man. You trying to... Man, nigga, sit down and shut up. Now look at her. Busted. Right? And I've seen videos of where she's trying to go through that glass door allegedly and stuff like, come on, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Don't nobody want to hear the truth. They want y'all to come in here and lie to them every day and tell them what they want to hear. Not tell them the truth. Not tell them something sensible. Right? Period. And to the person who said Tigger did use his common sense, no, he didn't. Because if you use common sense would have told you to leave ASAP. Common sense would have told you that this is not the one. Common sense is not marrying her. Common sense is not doubling down and marrying this woman. That's not common sense, sir. Common sense is not going on the red carpet with this woman after this situation happened. And I'm talking about in 2025. Because now look what happened now. So to the brother in the comment section who says Tigger did use his comment, no, he didn't. That's why he's fighting right now. That's why he don't have his job right now. He's not getting paid right now. He has to pay for his lawyer fees right now. And he's facing 21 years in prison. Because a nigga like you will say, Big Tigger did use his common sense. No, he didn't. He did not. His common sense would have been to get away from this chick in 2025 when he had to call the cops. When the cops was called on her and she was charged with domestic battery, man, I'm gone. I'm out. You think I'm finna sit in here and keep playing these games with you? I told you, it's never supposed to be a situation where a man is supposed to be in the floor rolling down with a woman. Ain't never, man, listen, man. If I ever got to even get like that with you, bro, I don't even want to be with you. You're not even fit to put me through them type headaches. Not fit to happen. At all. But y'all keep coming out here giving these lame excuses, bro. That's a lame excuse, Neo Knight. Lame excuse. And y'all capping and lying, brother. So he did not use his common sense. That's why he locked up now. And they got his whole camera system to use against him. They use his whole, think about this. They use a whole camera system he paid for to prosecute him. And you sitting here talking about, he did use his common sense. No, he didn't. He looked like a damn fool that's on the cuff of losing everything. And no telling what's on that full video that the cops got. She's a fool too. Look at her. Look at her history. Look at all the charges on her. What is special about this chick? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This woman got charges from here to New York City. Like, share, subscribe, man. Damn right, bro. Ain't no way. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, there's no way I would want to be around a chick like this. There's no way, bro. I'm telling you, bro. There ain't no way, bro. There ain't no way, brother. This chick got a rap sheet longer than Dikembe Mutombo's arms of arrest. When shit start going down like that, man, you already know where it's headed. Once you cross that borderline and it's getting to domestic violence, it ain't going to get better in the relationship. It's going to get bad. I'm trying to tell you this. Because now you don't already created a line where it can go to. That's why I always create parameters. Like, you ain't never going to put your hands on me. You never going to disrespect me like this. That's never going to happen. If it do happen, we done. Instantly. It ain't no coming back. Ain't no remorse. Ain't no baby please. None of that shit. It's a wrap. You gonna respect me to the fullest, nigga. And if you don't, nigga, it's peace. Nigga, go pull that shit with somebody else who got time to be playing these games with you. I don't need that shit. I need peace in my life. And when you tell people this, it's sad because people don't have, like, they don't think, they don't process this stuff and think in their brains like, damn. You know what I'm saying? They not think logically. People think with anger, with rage all the time instead of thinking with common sense. Right? Somebody said that the dome must be, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's got to be something, man, because, bro, I'm telling you, man, there ain't no way in hell, bro. There ain't no, I'm sorry, bro. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. So, she's still facing 30. So she gonna be moved. But the thing key is, y'all, is that daughter. Let's see if that daughter pops up. If that daughter pop up and testify on her behalf, but if the daughter testify against her, she done, nigga. She going to prison. If the daughter testifies against her, if they find a daughter testify against her, she done. If the daughter testify for her, the case is over. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video.